again, everyone. Welcome back and Happy New Year. And let the 2018 reviews begin. Now, it seems only appropriate in the time of year we are. We're still in the Christmas season. 12 days of Christmas doesn't end till what, January the 5th or something? Why don't we look at the Viaje holiday blend, or this year it is the Christmas tree. Now, here's how it comes. All in the cellophane. We're going to go through this. So here's what you have. You pull it out of the cellophane and you got a Christmas tree, right? This is a sleeve. It pulls off, slides off, if you will. Okay. And there's what you have underneath. Now, these have not been around since 2013 when the Holiday Blend Christmas tree made its debut. This is the Holiday Blend, and this year, there's actually that band should be up there. The Christmas tree is making its return. It is 100% Nicaraguan, made with Aganorsa tobacco. I like that. So there is the density. Now this is a short little sucker, 4 by 60. So it's like a little stick of dynamite almost, but let's get right to it. The new Viaje Holiday Blend Christmas tree. All right, let's don't forget, this is the beginning also of some new things for me. New scoring system. We're going to talk about the cigar in thirds and score it in thirds. Basically, only the number that I give it may change at the end, but you've got to remember 85 is the baseline for me now. So an 85 cigar is actually pretty good. It is actually something that I would purchase again, probably. When you get up toward 90 and above, 88, that's probably where I'll be floating my dollars. But still, that's in the cards this year, so let's remember that. All right, this is a nice little torpedo. Actually, a bullet. It's more like a huge bullet. Put that thing in a big chamber and you could shoot it. Let's see if we can get away with just cutting the top of the tree off. And we can. That's a great draw. First flavors you're going to get are a tangy cedar. It's sort of a tangy, citrusy laden cedar with quite a bit of nutmeg notes. And you're getting that from your Aganorsa tobacco. A lot of chocolate, almost a milk chocolate, and coffee, black coffee. The cigar has a lot of sweetness from the tanginess and from the chocolate. The pepper, and that's another thing we're going to redo this year, an average amount of pepper in an average cigar is a 5. Anything above a 5 is extra pepper. I would call this a 7 if you think of an average cigar. An average run-of-the-mill cigar is a 5. This would have more pepper than that. I'm going with a 7. This is a very fat cigar, so we're going to have to smoke it slowly to get an even burn. That's my goal for a 60 ring, is to get that even burn. But it's a good start. There's a lot of dark notes in this cigar, dark chocolate and coffee, but there's a tangy cedar, a citrusy laden cedar, if you will, that makes it quite interesting. about 3/4 of an inch in. Doesn't take long. Now I'm right at the Christmas tree, so I've got to remove that portion of the band immediately. There we go. The cigar is going along about like it was. After a few minutes from the initial light up, I lost a little of the tangy cedar, but it's back. I mean, it might have just been a little dip in the road, but it's back. Basically, the cigar is just like I described initially. Um, it's dark noted with plenty of sweetness, chocolate, and a tangy cedar. There is a wee bit of a sweetness from brown sugar in there also. A deep brown sugar, very noticeably dark noted deep. It's because of the chocolate. I would call the cigar medium bodied, and it has the feeling that it's going to move a little bit upward. So it's going along nicely. At this point, I would rate the cigar, my cheat sheet here, 87. That would be a previous score of 91. Remember, I expanded downward. So 87, good cigar. Let's see where we go. But you get a lot of the dark coffee and the chocolate notes in this cigar. But it's leveled off or balanced out by the tangy cedar. Well, we're right at the midpoint, which is saying something for this short cigar. But look at the time to get to this point. Now you've lost the tangy cedar and the brown sugar. I have a lot of chocolate notes, and they're not as sweet as they were, and a lot of black coffee. The nutmeg notes, which I really didn't mention in the last segment, which are there now also. So it's a very dark noted cigar here at the midpoint. It's all about chocolate and coffee. Medium to full bodied, barely. By that I mean it's touching medium to full bodied. It's barely medium to full bodied. At this point, because of what losing those sweet notes, and I like dark noted cigar, but I'm going to drop it down a tick and say we're at an 86. So midpoint, we're going along nicely. I think my burn is fairly even, if you'll agree with me there. And based on our time, we've got quite a bit of cigar left. Well, we are down to the end, and I'm all but burning my fingers, so let's wrap it up. Okay, your tanginess cedar came back at the end. Not quite to the level it was, but it was still good enough. Still had plenty of chocolate notes. Some of the sweetness came back. Plenty of black coffee, nutmeg, black pepper remained very good throughout the cigar. It stayed about the same amount. Didn't speak about the finish, did I? The finish is sort of a chocolatey cedar with some pretty good lingering black pepper. And that's been true throughout. Didn't mention it, but it's been, by the way, all the way through. Medium to full body, definitely now. You can start to feel a little bit of the Lajero popping in. And I would bump the rating back up to an 87 for this final stage. So all in all, averaging it out, I'm going to err on the side of 87. So there you have it. First review of the year, the Viaje Holiday Blend Christmas Tree, 87. Not a bad way to start the new year. Happy New Year, everyone.